Abilities can make or break a Pokemon. I mean, look at Azumarill. Without huge power, I don't think anyone would give it a second glance. Or how Moody can basically transform Bidoof, of all Pokemon, into a god. Though sometimes, a good ability is still not enough to save certain Pokemon. Take Shell Armor Samurott. Now, Shell Armor in itself is a pretty good ability. It prevents critical hits, and you don't need me to tell you how scary critical hits are. However, Shell Armor on Samurott is terrible. Poor thing has average defenses, no recovery moves, and a stat spread that screams Generation 3. Usually, a Pokemon with Shell Armor is defensive in nature, allowing it to play without the fear of taking critical hits. But in this situation, a critical hit is the least of Samurott's worries. Electric Surge is a borderline broken ability, giving everyone on the field a boost to their electric attacks and preventing sleep. Every Pokemon who's had some iteration of this ability is powerful beyond belief. Everyone but Pinurchin. Terrain moves are best used when the Pokemon itself can take full advantage of the effects, or the Pokemon's support capabilities are further elevated while on the field. Pinurchin does none of these things. I mean, it says a lot about society when future Paradox Pokemon that benefit heavily from electric terrain would rather not use their ability, or rather run a booster energy item than have Pinurchin on the team. On a similar note, Power Spot is a crazy ability that boosts your Pokemon's moves by 30% while you're on the field. Just by existing, you are actively giving your entire team a Life Orb's worth of damage without any of the drawbacks. Actually, I lied. There is a drawback. You have to use Stonejourner. What's more is that this ability only works in doubles, and to add insult to injury, Stonejourner itself does not benefit from its own ability. This begs the question, what does he even do? You know, besides giving your active teammate a damage boost? Rock Slide, Wide Guard, set up Gravity? At this point, giving my attacker Life Orb and slotting in an actual support Pokemon would be better, right? Finally, we have Charjabug with its signature ability, Battery. Now, on paper, this thing goes crazy. Battery works in a similar way to Power Spot, except it only boosts the power of special moves by 30%. However, Charjabug actually has some support moves it can take advantage of. Sticky Webs, Struggle Bug, Pounce, Thunder Wave, Light Screen, Eerie Impulse, Electro Web. You can even throw on an Eviolite to boost its survivability. But like I said, this all sounds good on paper, while in practice, this strategy falls flat when compared to support gods like Tony the Tiger, Winston from Overwatch, and Among Us.